Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Split Second. This video is brought to you by Channel 12 News, and the events that took place happened in the city of Oakland Park, Florida. The video starts with two men exchanging words outside of what appears to be a strip mall. The two men go their separate way, but will soon meet again as the guy on the bike joins two people standing in front of the store. As the three of them stand there talking, we can see the man from earlier produce a machete from his pants and begin to approach the group. This must have been enough for the two newcomers because we no longer see them in the frame. However, Mr. Machete approaches Bike Guy and they exchange more words. Things appear to die down for a while. Mr. Machete walks to his car and appears to start driving away, and Bike Guy relocates about 20 feet in front of another store. But Mr. Machete hasn't had enough. Instead of leaving, he pulls his car around, blocking a semi in the parking lot, and exits the car. Almost immediately after stepping out of the car, Mr. Machete reaches back into his pants, but this time produces a handgun and begins to stroll across the parking lot, aiming the firearm the entire time. Bike Guy does not attempt to escape, but allows Mr. Machete to walk up, fire one round point-blank range into his face before Mr. Machete runs away. Here's another vantage point of how it all happened. Now for the breakdown. While we can't hear what's being said by these two, we can tell by Mr. Machete's body language he is not happy with Bike Guy. Whatever was said, it was enough to make Bike Guy leave the immediate area, be it only for a short time. Here, we see Bike Guy returning to speak with the two newcomers. We also see Mr. Machete take notice immediately, and he doesn't look happy. In a bizarre twist, Mr. Machete produces a large blade from his pants, sets his bottle of alcohol down, and begins to approach the men. At this point, the two newcomers leave, as they should. They are being threatened by an angry, blade-wielding maniac who probably had too much to drink. Bike Guy, on the other hand, stays put, and once again allows Mr. Machete to get within arm's length of him, this time with machete in hand. The smart thing to do would have been for Bike Guy to follow suit and leave the area like the two newcomers did. When people threaten violence, believe them. But it would seem that Bike Guy's foolish pride wouldn't let him accept the fact that this is probably a dangerous situation. This should have been simple math for Bike Guy. One angry guy with a machete plus alcohol equals problems. We should never let someone who has already expressed violent intent to get this close to us. Distance is our friend. We don't want anyone to get into our reactionary gap. Allowing someone to get this close decreases the time we have to avoid, escape, or defend. At this point in the video, Mr. Machete has already pulled his weapon on Bike Guy not once, but twice. The ending to this video would have gone totally different and wouldn't have made the news at all if Bike Guy would have listened to his better self and left the scene. Instead, what happens next is Mr. Machete moves his car either to block his license plate or to make a quick escape, or maybe both. He then exits the car, pulls a handgun, and proceeds to walk across the parking lot, aiming at Bike Guy the entire time. Bike Guy, despite having the means to make a quick escape, chooses to stand his ground, a choice he would soon come to regret. Throughout the video, Bike Guy has many opportunities to leave safely. This last time, it takes Mr. Machete about 15 seconds to cross the parking lot. Plenty of time for Bike Guy to make a quick escape. Because Mr. Machete hadn't used the machete on the first two approaches, Bite Guy may have believed him to be all bark and no bite. This lack of judgment would come at a cost. Bite Guy would go on to survive his injuries. Lucky him. But he would not escape the pain, suffering, and long-term mental effects that these type of violent attacks leave behind. At the time that this event was reported on, Mr. Machete had not been captured. So, what can we learn from this? First, maintain a safe distance. Don't let an aggressor get into your personal space. The greater the distance between you and an attacker, the more time you will have to respond. You may have a minute or more to avoid a situation, 5 to 30 seconds to escape, or 3 to 5 seconds to make the choice to defend yourself. Second, if you have the opportunity to leave, take it. There is no shame in leaving a situation that could turn deadly. And lastly, believe people when they threaten violence. It's better to be prepared to either fight or run than to underestimate what level of violence that a person will go to. If you choose to fight, fight like your life depends on winning. It just might. Thanks for watching. And until next time, train to defend, train to win. Stay safe, my friends.
If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button.